Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Hearthstone. We're sticking with the strategy here of controlling the bleeding, as I guess you could call it, as far as less and less Hearthstone footage getting recorded and less other footage getting recorded. So I've gotten all of the quests done up to the last win. It's still going to be a pretty big challenge. We need a priest or warlock, a druid, and a shaman. And we got the tavern brawl, so let's do the tavern brawl first. Let's see. Well, let's go back and see what this is. Welcome, here's Great Stone of Challenge. Your deck building powers are tested. You only use spells with an even cost. You may only use minions with an odd attack. Building your deck and fight for the stone challenge. Whatever. Oh, whatever. Ridiculous. Let's see. What do we need to win? Warlock. We'll play with Warlock. That's probably not even the right deck to use, but whatever. So this is gonna be weird. Let's see, Hearthstone deck tracker, use no deck. Start with that. We'll do 2 of these. You have 6 other minions. Gain +4/+4. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Destroy a demon, restore 5 to your health. These 2. To give your opponent a curse card. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? 2 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. 1 of these. 1 of these. 1 of these. This is a straight up spell thing. Discard 4 damage at randomly enemy. Charge. Pit Lord. Deal 5 damage to your hero. Void color. Let's see, who do we want to get rid of? That one. That one. That one. Destroy a minion, restore 3 health to your hero. Destroy a random minion for each player. Destroy all minions. Do you want to keep a 6 here? We'll get rid of that. That and that. Let's just start with that. This is a weird deck. It's certainly got no logic in it. So, I made a mistake, definitely, in piling up the news from the last 3 days, and then reading it, then starting to play Hearthstone to get to the point where I want to record, because now I've pretty much forgotten all that news. Not that any of it was really that interesting. I believe an employee of Rockstar, one of the high-level employees, seems like he's having to sue to get what's due to him from just a very quick look at what I think the story is being portrayed to me as.
The light shall bring victory.
Your soul shall
What
be
was
mine.
funny is as I was recording the Ghostbusters games, and this is probably about the best thing I can even say about it. It did bring me to the Glassdoor website of Terminal Reality as I was scheduling that, because I figured maybe they still had a website or a Twitter or something, and no, not really, so I just tweet it to the publisher, Atari. That's the best you can do. Even the Ghostbusters game website, ghostbustersgame.com or whatever it is, just talks about Sanctuary of Slime, which is not rated as well. It's kind of all just swept under the rug.
Why do you fall?
So the first search result really came back was the Glassdoor ceiling, and it was people saying different things like good, decent place, poor management type stuff. Now Glassdoor does kind of have that tendency where if somebody's gonna bother to post on a website how good a job is, you really are gonna just get either the worst case scenarios that people having bad experiences have, or fake good case scenarios that that have been planted there by the company.
I can ease your pain.
You really don't get anything else. That's an overgeneralization, but it's pretty true, I would guess. Kind of like Yelp too. It's like not very many people are gonna go to Yelp and say they loved a restaurant and it was perfect. You're either gonna go to Yelp to complain, or you're going to go to Yelp because you work for the company and you want your Yelp rating going up. So you have to go in from that perspective and just know, yes, there's a danger
I can ease your pain.
of getting skewed perspective, but there may be some truth in that perspective too. But also, for me as a reviewer, it doesn't matter. Even looking at the Glassdoor thing was inappropriate, really. I shouldn't have even clicked the link, because it doesn't matter to me one bit, and it shouldn't matter to an end user at all whether the company that makes your video game is run perfectly or just run horribly. At the end of the day, the question is, did they make a good game? Can they make another good game? And you can't even answer that second question. It's just, did they make a good game? Is it worth my money to buy it? Unfortunately, in the United States too, you don't have any chance to like boycott bad video game companies, or really bad companies at all. So you just kind of have to live with it, unfortunately. Put a random demon from your hand in the battlefield. I want to do this to 3 damage to all characters. So if I did something like this, and then did something like this, and then did something like this, it doesn't even do anything. I guess I should have done this first. Wouldn't have changed anything anyways, but whatever. But yeah, sadly, you just can't really boycott things on morals. Companies are far too large. A concerted effort to boycott any major corporation in the United States is not going to affect the bottom line at all, really. It's just a shame, but there's no real competition that something like that could happen. Alright, so let's give, that's not a demon, so that wouldn't work. Give him a curse card, I guess. But to get back to the Rockstar story, I don't know. We won't know until the lawsuits go through, and we won't really even know then, will we? It'll probably get settled, and even if it doesn't get settled, that doesn't mean any true justice has gone there. There's certainly, probably, on a bigger point, a lack of ability to properly negotiate for your compensation exists in almost every job, regardless of whether you're a burger flipper at a McDonald's or you're the CIO or the CEO of a company. If we had standardized pay over different career fields, so like all scientists in a certain field got paid a certain amount, that might help rise all tides. It might also very well cut the salary of a few people that would be upset about that. Destroy a demon. But as they have it now, all kinds of contracts are usually not worth the paper they're printed on, and companies and people in those companies, when they want to screw of somebody, they can do it. And then it gets into the court system, and then it's just a nightmare. Unfortunately, I think that's the only other thing I have to talk about. Let's talk about my mess. I think that's fair to say I'm not doing great right now. I am not physically feeling very good. My back is still very much in pain, and it is somehow translated into my neck. And so now my neck, because I've been crooking my neck, I suppose, to heal my back, has now a pain in it. So in theory, it was my lower back. Maybe it's moving upward. Maybe the pain will eventually go to the top of my head, then right off my head, and then I won't feel any pain. But that's a ridiculous thought. That's not how it's gonna happen. My back kind of does feel a little bit better, but anytime I bend over to pick up anything, anytime I twist, even a little bit, the actions that I would have taken zero note of at all, normally, is now very noticeable, very painful.
Job's done. Thank you.
So that certainly is no fun, and because I've scheduled out the Ghostbusters, that series right now is scheduled to air completely like 15 days plus before the Ghostbusters movie airs. So it's totally in the wrong slot. I need to completely what am I trying to say? Kill myself. That's what I need to do. I need to completely kill myself. No, I need to completely record Assassin's Creed and hope that Assassin's Creed, at being estimated about 15 hours, will get me about 15 episodes, which is probably not true. Because I bet it goes a little bit more than 15 hours, and I bet that even running through it and not really getting any of the collectibles, the 15 episodes divided through 5 of 7 days a week will be more than 3 weeks.
Gul'dan versus Anduin.
Of course, I could try to record another game, but it's not really an issue of another game. I'm out of games to pick. I did get the, what is it called? Ooh. I don't even know the name of the series. And Darkstalkers. Darksiders? Yeah, Darksiders, yeah. I got the first game and the second game and in its definitive edition, because you play as Death. Real cheap, 90% off. I think it cost me $5 for both games. At that price point, that's hard to do. It was just a standard weekly sale, which maybe at the summer sale those same games will be 95% off, and it would cost me $3. Either way, it's fine by me.
The damned stand ready.
I'm trying to get. I want to do Assassin's Creed. I want to do Borderlands. I think we've run out of other games. Darkstalkers is a different thing. That's why I confuse it. Darkstalkers is a somewhat popular anime fighting game of a few decades ago in Japan. I don't think there's been any recent one of them, though. Well, there probably has been, and they just didn't come over to America because they're full of mascots and things that nobody in America would recognize. That would be my guess. But yeah, I've got Shadow of Mordor I want to play. Might as well get that through. Although we know Shadow of Mordor 2 is going to come out, so there's really kind of a reason to wait on that one.
Job done.
I'm kind of running low on AAA games. I'm still far behind on AAA games, but I'm losing steam here. I suppose I could probably convert my current situation and think I'm probably working a little bit less than I was getting overworked originally. So there's some happy news there. I'm finding ways to avoid doing a lot of non-YouTube things. Destroy a minion. Restore 3 to your health. So yeah, that would be fine, but I'm in so much pain. I'm just sitting all day in a recliner chair that I probably shouldn't be reclining in. Maybe I should spend the day just lying down. I have a heater blanket that's supplying constant heat at pretty high things. These are all probably things I shouldn't be doing, and yet I am. Let's see. Deal 2 damage to a minion, deal 3 damage. This one. This one.
I can
This
ease
one.
your pain.
And then attack. And then this one's gonna attack this one. But yeah, I'm falling behind. It's a shame. I'm almost to 100,000 views. I've also realized I could feature content. I found the button where you do that. Again. Let's see. Let's go ahead and attack this one. And then draw this. And then give it +2/+2. Why not? Attack the face, end the turn. I wish I wasn't losing things. Fortunately, I feel like I'm pretty far ahead. So, even though I'm not getting further ahead. I have some thoughts on my 10,000 views. I think it's gonna be mostly focused around just talking about my channel. I want to be somewhat celebratory about it. My artist got in a picture that was quite surprisingly on topic, and I really liked it. I'm surprised that he figured it out, that would be something that would be right on the nose. Since usually I have to go back and forth with him to do it. I think I'm getting pickier, to be honest. I think I'm gonna have to start, if I can convince my artist to do any work, I think I'm gonna have to start with a discussion at the first part and just say, like, what are you thinking about doing before you even take the first step? Because right now he likes to just have a almost completely finished, or in his mind at least completely finished thing, and then I come back and I go, well, this is totally off topic, this totally doesn't make any sense. Explain it to me, and then the explanations are usually pretty just weak. So, but I think I am getting pickier. I'm still looking for a new artist. I need somebody that really wants to be a part of something and can really get a lot more work done. That's one of the major failings of my channel as we're approaching 100,000 views is thumbnails are not there. I don't know if that's really gonna change too much. Let's see. But it is something that's getting dropped. Here I'm about to lose again. Darn it. He could have done 9, so I would have lost even if I hadn't played the Flame Imp. I'm really not willing to build this. So what do we want to do? Do we want to move on? Let's move on. Let's get away from that. Here we can look here and see that Goblins vs. Gnomes. Haven't checked the adventure lately. That's still all there. Still no cards here. I'm hoping I'm fully healed by the time that happens. But I'm hoping I'm fully healed a lot faster than that. Let's play Druid then Shaman. Let's see. Druid, casual play. This is one day I suppose we could talk about this. I will say I don't want to ruin the surprises and everything. There's not going to be a lot of surprises. It's just going to be a lot more talk about my channel, and I'm going to show some analytics, I think, and we're going to just kind of talk about how 100,000 views is not really, it's a great number to market by and such, but it's not really a big deal in the YouTube scope. Excuse me. How nearly 50,000 of those are on from one video. How I still have yet to receive one paycheck from YouTube. How it doesn't really translate into a bunch of views for as many videos I've made. So it's gonna be kind of bitter in a lot of ways. I'm gonna try to put a good spin on it and all, but I want to be honest here. I don't want to come in here and just say, well, I've got 100,000 views on a video. This channel is set. I'm gonna make $1 million and be able to live off of it for the rest of my life. I mean, that's just not the truth of it. Sadly, it's a shame that that's not the case, but it's just not the case.
Bathe in flame.
So, yeah, but do watch it. I'm going to talk about my new intro and how I'm proud of that work, and even though it's pretty rough, it is a pretty rough video. If I had spent another week tweaking it, it would have been great. If I had known I was going to hurt my back and be able to actually work on the computer, because I'm really not in this shape where I can really even work on the computer. So, like, it doesn't matter if it's playing video games or if it's doing something else. The truth of it is, it's just, it's all too much. It probably should just be laying dead. I suppose I could turn off the Hearthstone use no deck thing so we can see the other cards.
Target acquired.
Now it does, Hearthstone deck tracking now does this fade in when you add a card, which you shouldn't really see if you've already built your deck and it's working correctly, but 3 damage to a minion and 1 damage to a minion, and let's see, let's not use that one right now. Deal 2 damage or silence a minion. Let's do this. What else was I gonna talk about? I was about to talk about something different.
To my side.
I don't know. The thought has left my head, unfortunately. I have started to look at like what the top videos are on YouTube, and I'm wondering if I should have been paying attention to that a lot earlier. I probably should have been.
Safeguard the land.
Because if I start keeping an eye on that, that might give me some hints on how to improve my channel, which my channel needs more views and needs improvement, and there is definitely a great argument could be made. I don't put a lot of quality into the videos I make. I don't go in there and edit. I don't add a bunch of effects. I don't have an intro. I don't have an outro. My logo is old enough now that it would be justified for a reboot, and that's kind of what I would like to see. But that's an artist thing, and I can't. And I'm suck at art it so badly that I won't even try it myself, because I've seen my art. It's terrible. So let's see. Well,
Feel nature's wrath.
I'm gonna go ahead and kill one of those spiders. That way he has to use at least all 3 of these characters to kill this guy. Or not. In a lot of ways, there's arguments can be made that I should change my channel completely. I don't want to change it completely though, and that's a probably slightly unrealistic fear watching the most popular YouTube videos, is that I'm just gonna start emulating them and repeating what they do, so much so that I would just be a copycat. And that's not my goal, definitely. I don't want to be a copycat. I want to be true to myself. I want to just kind of learn from them. And frankly, when I do watch these videos, I kind of don't learn a lot from them. They seem to mostly be things are popular because they're just talking about the brand new games, which I already know about. It's simply a matter of funding. That I don't play brand new games. If I could fund brand new games, I'd probably only play brand new games. Although I do kind of like the retrospective thought a little bit. It does explain a few things. Let's see. I guess we can kill this guy, but we're gonna leave. And the retrospective thought, really, if it gets thrown out the window, my scheduling attempts really get thrown out the window too. It would just be a constant struggle of playing games, and that probably also explains why I can release 6 videos a day. Although that may start going down. I may just stop the airing of anything at my 7 o'clock time slot, and if I can't schedule Assassin's Creed before Ghostbusters, and then just push Ghostbusters to come back at 7 o'clock. I'd hate to see that happen, definitely. I'd much more prefer stop the Lego series where it is, because that at least was something that was never really promised, and it's at the very beginning of my time slot, so it would kind of make sense. Although I think the 7 o'clock time slot is at the very end, so it's almost the same opposite argument. I still have a lot of time before any of that has to be determined. I don't really have anything else to put on there, though. It's not like I have a bunch of doubled up 30-minute things that would I could separate and reschedule and make like twice as long. And frankly, it's not worth it to do that in my mind. Taking 3 months to cover a game is just probably laziness. Plus 4 health and taunt, or plus 4 attack. Let's see. Could go charge and nothing else, so I could replace it with a 2/2 Trent. Death rattle.
Another night on the
Do
prowl.
charge, this, attack the face,
For the
and
wild.
attack the face, and then the turn.
Job done.
I could go back and do the Talos Principle, and they did announce Hearthstone Expansion 2, so I guess I could try. No, not Hearthstone Expansion 2. Witcher 3 Expansion 2 is going to come out in about a year, so there might be a good argument to working towards speeding up on that. Witcher 3 was one of the games that had some definite problems with the graphics and on my graphics card, which is ridiculous, but it was a very visually demanding game. Fortunately, I don't think many other of the newer games really are going to. Overwatch is in beta, Battleborn is in beta. I'm not sure any of it is gonna happen. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. It's like I'm playing this a day after a DDoS on the Battle.net systems completely, maybe in retaliation for Blizzard shutting down a vanilla World of Warcraft server, so that, like, for people that had either stolen World of Warcraft accounts or anything like that, or didn't have any accounts at all, or just wanted to play on the vanilla server because they've changed so much on World of Warcraft over the years that it's a totally different game starting today than it was a year ago, than it was 2 years ago. I'm probably overgeneralizing here, but that's as best as I can figure it. It's, I think, a lot easier to do just simple things like level up. I think you can start with a level 20 immediately. If you want. I don't know anything really about World of Warcraft or the vanilla server. It seemed like some people were upset about it, but so mostly seemed like typical corporate stuff.
The Earth Mother are upon us.
I doubt you could probably prove that any real money was ever lost by that server running, but I don't know. Because it was offering a more archive perspective. It would never work for my channel, probably any YouTuber's channel, to do something like that. The Minecraft servers kind of work, sorta, but you've got to have a whole community of personalities before that even works on YouTube. Minecraft is still going very strong as far as games that people watch, which is interesting. Of course, I haven't gotten back to getting my server working. It seems like it's going to be saved, but I haven't worked on it. The problem is every single day I am presented with the choice: do I record or do I mess on the server? And then it's always, I need to record more, and I want to get more videos out. Nobody's gonna care if my server runs if I'm late on a video. So that's why it just never gets priority. So it does look like that thing will be at least 90% in my guess. restored as far as the files that then I'm gonna turn around and really sort through it and do that. But it needs a lot of other work too, besides just restoring the files. I'd like to get at least one hard drive out of it and back into my main computer, because when I was recording Ghostbusters, I ran out of storage space, and that wouldn't have happened had I moved some things over to a different hard drive. I'm in a weird situation with my SSD. It's a 250 gigabyte. It's when you record 8 hours and each hour is like 5 gigabytes, you fill it up really, really fast. Plus the games installed on it, which can be 40 gigabytes plus. And there's several games installed because I keep Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel. As soon as I get through Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, I'll probably stop having those installed, but I get the keys for free items, and I'm gonna have so many golden keys for free items when I first start. Oh man, if I just had enough to survive this next turn, I think these two might
Give that minion might
work.
the wild.
Let's see, this would give me 4, which would be 9, plus that would be 13, so there'd still be 11 short. I'm not doing very good today, but I think we're gonna just end with another groundbreaking, not getting any quests done at all ending, and then I'll just play off screen. I cannot get the energy in me to really want to start recording Assassin's Creed. I need to do it so bad. Desperately need to do it. But it's just not happening. I'm just not feeling it. I probably should just call it a day. Try to lie down for 8 hours. Still playing Clash of Clans, and I've hit a point in that game where it's about 1,000 gold to upgrade anything, which I think is going to... Can I play as Warlock? Was that who I was going to play as for the Tavern Balls? Yeah, let's play as Shaman, because that's really going to get me a victory. So I'm almost done with Adventure Town, and by done I mean almost completed expanded all the land. Starting on the progress of upgrading everything to its final level 6. Have 3 of everything. Routinely have 99, which is the maximum of a lot of stuff. Of magic potions and other ingredients to make items.
For Doomhammer.
It'll still probably be a year though before I get everything up to like a maximum defense shield, maximum attack shield, and that's on what you can purchase when you don't use gems. And I could still see playing it several years from now to save up enough gems to get like the maximum shield, sword, and robe combinations, because each one of those would cost gems, and then I could power it up with money, which is gonna sort of become useless pretty soon, but I'm gonna need a lot of it to power things up. What's on TV? Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know if we're in the middle of the season. I think we are, but we may be getting close to the end. I'd like to see The Flash come back. There's been a break there. iZombie ended on a cliffhanger. Both the zombie shows, The Walking Dead and iZombie, both ended on some cliffhangers, which I don't particularly want to see happen. It was a fine episode, but didn't answer anything. Kind of just set up for the next season. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. seems like it's playing right into the Marvel Civil War effect and a movie, and I'm sure they're gonna come back and say something happened during that section.
We're using real
and then
source.
just end our turn. What else is on watch? The Magicians on Sci-Fi ended, and it ended on a cliffhanger. They all ended on a cliffhanger, didn't they? I bet they all do. I bet they do this every year, and I'm just realizing it now because I'm just an idiot TV watcher that doesn't realize, like, every year it's just the same old cliffhanger, cliffhanger, cliffhanger. Come back, please. I guess I don't want to attack. I'm not sure there's a ton of other things. Let's see. Supernatural is getting close to the ending. And hopefully that doesn't cliffhanger. But it probably will. Let's face it, they all are going to. I want to keep totems alive. So I'm gonna kill this guy. And then attack you. Let's try to think retrospectively here though. The situation of if I had done it differently. In a lot of ways, I think my puzzle time slot, which I'm calling it now, and my small independent time slots, if those had gotten mixed together, and then the what time slots else could I mix together? Let's see. Let's just go ahead and end the turn here. What would if my Lego time slot and my Telltale Games time slot had gotten combined together, then that would have only left Hearthstone, which Hearthstone I could have been doing this the whole time and releasing less episodes, maybe 4 a week or 3 a week or something like that. And then I would have had more time, definitely, to do AAA games. I suppose that would have all worked together. See, these are all totems right now, so this is the best we can expect
I love.
from that. Let's see, 3. Is that what we want? I think so. And then this one will work. And then this will work. This will work. This will work. There we go. I think we got the Bloodlust next turn and win. So we'll get 1 victory and 1 quest done, and then that's where I'm going to end my series. So yes, there definitely was a way here. I could be twice as far. Instead of being into, I believe, the 7th month, I could have been probably into the 10th month, which would be right into Halloween time, which is where I'd like to be. And that's kind of not just a strict goal, though. I would certainly want it to have been even higher. Let's see, we need a 5 here. This, and this. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to get 1 more victory with the druid off screen, and I'm probably gonna spend all day doing that. And then I've got to get this tavern brawl done. And It's a shame. The Temper Ball will get me a pack, which I'll save the pack for the next recording. We won't open those off screen. We're at 240 already, and once I get this, it'll be another 110. It will be 350 of extra on top of the 100 packs that we have here. That I'm gonna open. Now, of course, there's no reason to open over 100. That seems just ridiculous. We're saving up for the next expansion. We're saving up for things like that. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this recording session, as it is, or this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.